Hey guys, welcome to our recap of the season premiere of American Idol.
The final season of American Idol.
Also known as season 15.
It's the final season.
Yeah, so I know in the past we've been very diligent about, talking about everyone that's on the show, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to talk about the most memorable people. That's what we're going to do.
It's a new thing. That's why it's called a chat now instead of a recap.
Even though I just called it a recap.
All right. The winner of American Idol is Brian Dunkelman.
Oh, he was like the biggest loser. But that's on NBC.
Poor Brian Dunkelman. We don't all make good
now that you're
decisions,
not hosting?
Do you think he quit, or do you think they let him go?
I don't know. Maybe it was like him and Ryan Seacrest were twins, like in the womb, and Ryan Seacrest
cut his umbilical cord,
engulfed him, and you know what I mean?
Absorbed him?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, everybody loved, and I'm saying that in the past because this pig's been canceled, American Idol because of the Cinderella story.
Now, we could talk about theories all day and all night, but I really think that part of the reason that this show is not as appealing anymore is because we have things like YouTube and the internet where people can go on there and become famous. So,
or The Voice, where actually the most talented person probably does win, and not just the one with the greatest backstory.
I don't watch that show, so I don't know. I don't know. But let's get to the auditions.
All right. So they, in this episode, they were in Atlanta and they were in Denver, Colorado. So Michelle Marie was up first. She was 15 years old at the time of the audition.
Right.
And she's totally obsessed.
Yeah, she listed all the winners. She was talking about history of the show. She's a historian.
She didn't know what Nick Fradiani's name was.
He just won last year!
Fradani?
Freight train?
Alright, she's plenty quirky. She's wearing these, like, pretty in pink prom dresses and cowboy boots and...
I think my favorite part of her whole package was when they showed that video of her freaking out when that person got eliminated and they didn't use the save.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta love that.
So she's pretty quirky, I would say. And
what'd you think of her singing?
It was okay. I mean, I didn't think it was anything special. I mean, yes, she's talented, but does she have enough to sustain her beyond Hollywood? I'm thinking probably not.
But this season, they can't be all like, oh, baby, you're not really ready, but if you come back next season, there is no next season. So they can't use that.
What about that huge entourage she had, though? When they came busting in there, J-Lo was like, security! Security! All right.
But she made it through.
Yeah.
She's going to Hollywood.
Good for her. All right, so they are dragging out of the garbage all of the former winners and non-winners, and they're going to use them they're going to use them like toilet paper.
Well, it's a celebration this season.
There's some guest screeners. Ruben Studdard was there. My Clay was there.
She's a Claymate.
I am a Claymate.
Guys, did you know Clay Aiken's all like, I'm not singing anymore? Why?
Because it causes too many problems. People start losing it, and then he's got to start schmoozing it.
You say so.
He's not doing it anymore. He's retired.
All right, well, next up, we have Josiah Siska.
All right. He's a Caddyshack, basically.
He's driving around the golf
collects
cart,
all the golf balls.
the golf range.
Yeah.
He's all do.
No, he's all.
Oh, that's right. So he sang a Johnny Cash song.
McCreary.
Yeah.
And,
he should have sang that song. It's like turn the lights down low.
Well, it was a yes, in case you were wondering.
I'm a little bit surprised
Kind of
they put him
one note.
through. Yeah, I feel like he does have a talent. I just don't know how that's going to translate to songs other than that one, you know?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hey, it worked for Scotty McCreery. He ended up winning.
We'll see.
All right, Lindita from Kosovo. Great story. I mean, she is living the American dream. She came from Kosovo. She lost 150 pounds.
She's a personal trainer now.
She's got a husband.
He's also a personal trainer.
I think he was her personal trainer to lose the 150 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
She was a little self-indulgent in her
voice
singing.
was amazing.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
And J-Lo was just like...
She sings like a big girl.
Yeah.
Really?
That was a little rude.
Bit.
It was a yes, though. She was really good.
I would say that was a hell yes. I think she's super talented, and if it's too many runs, you can totally cut those out. It's, you know,
It's
she
an
has
audition.
the ability.
She was showing it off.
She has the ability.
She's not singing on the album like that.
Maybe she is.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, next up,
Billy Bob overalls. Billy Bob overalls.
He was wearing overalls, and not in an ironic way.
Not in the sexy way either, where you take like one strap down.
I'm sorry,
or-
but they're not sexy ever. Just no.
This was really kind of weird because it was almost like he was set up because J-Lo was like, you know what? I'm gonna lay on the desk like a real
She doesn't
slut
sound
skirt.
like that.
No, well,
Slut skirt. Harry was standing in the corner looking like a creeper, like. And then Keith was just chilling on the front porch.
because Keith is cool.
Yeah.
This guy was a little pitchy. He was a no.
I mean, it had to have been distracting for him that Keith was singing along, like, the whole time!
Keith always sings along.
Yeah, but, like, the whole time and really loud. Loudly.
If you want to get in, you gotta let Keith sing along.
Yes. Well, he didn't make it.
They told him he was pitchy. It was a no.
I have to agree.
Yeah. All right. Lee Jean. This guy was amazing.
He was definitely one of my favorites of the night. He pulled
too.
out Icy Fire by Ed Sheeran.
He lost his brother, and he was really dedicating it to him, and he had a big family, and I liked his backstory, but you know what? More importantly,
Singing-wise, he was great.
Sing. He could really sing.
I'm excited to see
something.
what he does in Hollywood Week.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. You know who has lots of time on his hands? Taylor Hicks.
Oh boy.
He was not only at the judges' screening, like in the big cattle pit, he was in the, like, kiss and cry room there too. Like,
He's pumping everybody up.
What? He doesn't have anything else to do, I guess.
He's playing that harmonica. He's rocking out.
He was
Soul Patrol.
more harmonica singing means less singing.
Harmonica singing?
He's letting his harmonica do his
Okay.
singing.
Anyway, the auditions moved to Denver. Let's talk about some of the talent there.
All right. Well, you know what? They really screwed us up because they kept skipping around.
They jumping around. They did that last season too.
All right. They're in Denver. Genevieve Rose Mitchell.
This was crazy.
This girl is, first of all, I think she was like 15.
She's living off the grid.
15 or 16. She's in the middle of nowhere. They don't even have electrical lines. They have to use their generator when they want to watch American Idol. How do they even get a signal on their TV? If they can run cable wires, why can't they run electrical wires?
I don't know, but this girl was so awesome. She's playing this cello. She's got a great voice.
That cello on the guitar strap with the... She was so talented playing that cello. Mm-hmm. She was really talented.
One of a kind here.
She's a quirkster, and I loved it. I loved it, and everybody else did too, so it's a yes.
All right.
All right. I'm not sure if this is Sonica, like Sonica the Hedgehog, or Sonika. I'm thinking Sonika.
Okay.
Vade. Maybe it's Vaid. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention when they said her name.
All right. Well, she's from Martha's Vineyard, and her parents are from India.
Yes. She had a really good voice. She had a good audition, but
she had like a very clean voice, I would say, you know?
she wasn't very original though.
Like I thought she was talented, but I wanted more like soul from her.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't enough emotion in it for me.
She needs a little more grit on her, you know? It's
Yeah.
too clean. It was a yes though. They really liked her.
Yeah, and I was gonna say Simon. Harry was all like, I think she could win this whole thing.
Really?
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
You know how I picture her singing? Like at the end of a Disney movie, and then they have like the regular person, like Vanessa Williams or whatever, like singing the theme from the movie, like in the...
Uh-huh.
That's how I picture her singing.
Okay. Next
So
up.
now, Joe from Scottsdale.
Oh my gosh.
This guy was all like, yes, I'm classically delusional.
Guys.
I mean...
I thought we were like past the point on this show where they were showing people that are like...
different.
delusional. Like, I don't know.
It's not cool to make fun of him.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say it was a no for him.
It was a no.
I felt bad for him.
He had like this kind of Josh Groban thing going, but it wasn't Josh Groban, and
No.
it wasn't working.
All right. Rihanna Molinaro. Is it Rihanna or Rihanna?
I don't know.
I think it's Rihanna.
Well, she's a cop.
Hey, she's in the Cops R Us Alliance. She's 24 years old. And Harry wanted to be handcuffed.
She brought like 2 sets of cuffs with her.
She should have slapped those damn cuffs on him and kicked his ass to the ground.
I don't know if that would have went well for her audition-wise.
She had a good audition, but again, I thought she was kind of boring.
I think her problem was song choice for sure. Because she
Yeah.
had a great voice.
Did she sing that Patsy Cline song?
Yeah.
Nobody
I think-
wants to hear that anymore.
It was just a song choice for her.
It was a yes, though. Mm-hmm. All right, Sylvia Lee Walker.
Oh my gosh. So this girl's 16 years old.
She's got a show goat.
She's like, I'm 16 years old, y'all, but I'm going to college, and I live with my sister, and I graduated 2 years early, and
I missed all the animals, and
I have a show goat.
I broke my collarbone.
And I have a show
trampoline. She talked a lot.
A lot.
And then she opened up a can of yodeling.
What?
Her voice wasn't bad. She's not
I don't
good.
know.
She wasn't great at yodeling.
It's hard
but
to tell with the yodeling, which is why I thought they would make her sing something else.
They probably did have
And it
her
wasn't
sing
that
something
good.
else in the screening,
I
and they
know.
were like, you know what? Let's put this one through.
I don't know.
It's a no.
I would have liked to have heard what she sounded like not yodeling.
Yeah. All right. Siobhan. This is her 6th time auditioning.
Whoa. They had a clip of her auditioning when friggin' Randy was like, you need to keep coming back, you're not ready
Yeah.
yet.
I'm not going to ask you this today, but I want you to think of this for the future.
Oh,
I
boy.
want to know who your favorite judge was
That's
over all the
easy.
years. Oh, who? All right, I'll
save
ask
it.
today then.
No, I know who it
All
is,
right.
but I'm going to save the
Okay.
answer.
All right.
Come on.
I know. All right, so it was last chance for romance for her because they can't tell her to come back next season again.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you're not ready. You're nowhere near ready.
They showed her in a cluster with a couple people who have auditioned before, and they were all yeses.
All right, so then they pulled Big Daddy out of the bag. They had Mr. Scott Borchetta there
What a treat!
with Nick Fradiani.
I didn't think we were going to get to see Scott until like the live shows, so this was just like magical that we got to see him in the premiere.
He's still wearing those jackets with the words on them.
Music has value!
All right, I just want everyone to know that we need the next American Idol to be a Taylor Swift.
I think you're going to need to brush up on your Scott voice.
I think so too. He didn't talk
I've
very
heard
much.
you do better.
I know.
You've done so much better.
We have room for 2 more boys, but the next one's going to be a Taylor.
That was closer.
All right. So,
So you're talking about, upcoming career stuff for Nick Fradiani, working on that album, blah, 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 blah. All right.
I guess he's working hard because I haven't really heard much from him.
He's in that studio.
He's in the groove.
All
All right. Joshua Wicker. There was an awful
Next
lot.
is a string of worship leaders.
He's 25. He's got a prego wife.
She's ready to pop. She's 3
doing
weeks
like
away.
3 weeks. And they're naming the baby Branch.
I'm going to move on. So he sings his song. He's got the classic, what has now become classic, uniquely popular voice. You guys know what we're talking about.
All right. It's a yes, of course. They love the uniquely
Everyone loves
popular.
it.
They love when people don't talk, when they don't sing like they talk. They talk differently and they use stupid accents and they love it.
Yeah, so it was a yes.
And then the baby was born.
Branch. All right, next up, we've got 2 worship leaders.
Not 1, but 2.
This one, it was a husband and a wife.
A mommy and a daddy and a baby.
And their baby.
Baby Sassy. Sasser.
Sasser. I think the baby's name was like Westland.
Westland.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Alex, the mom, went first.
Mm-hmm.
She was cute as a button with her little pink ukulele, and she was all like,
Everyone be friends, blah, 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 blah.
and they were like, we don't want to be friends.
Ooh.
It's a no.
Okay, here's the thing. I thought she was, like, talented, but it wasn't spectacular. Like, there wasn't anything really special.
Baby
and
voice is not going to cut it on American
He's a
Idol.
little bit baby voice,
So
unfortunately.
then Dad Jordan gets up there and he's like, tonight I will be Celine Dion.
And I was like, oh, hold up, what?
And J-Lo was like, really?
And I was like,
Yeah.
what? We don't get to see a lot of guys singing Celine Dion,
No.
so it's pretty exciting.
So he opened his mouth and Jesus came out.
All right, I'm gonna have to disagree with you a little bit there. I thought it was pretty good. It's just like sort of the quality, like the tone of his voice, I wasn't a huge fan of, but I think there's definitely potential and talent there.
Definitely polished.
Okay.
More than her. And
I thought he had more emotion in his voice.
Okay. It was a yes for him, but this took a horrible turn.
This got like really awkward.
And ugly.
Because they like went out to the room after to talk to their families, and they're like, it's one yes and one no.
And she's crying, and she's like, it's his fault. He was playing with the baby when I was auditioning, and they said it was distract.
Yeah, it seemed really ugly.
It seemed like
La, la.
she was a little jealous. A little jealous.
Brings up a certain Nick Jonas song. But anyway, let's continue.
Oh my. Kerry Courtney, and yes, that's a boy, was next. Or a man, I should say.
Okay.
Very, very touching backstory. He lost his mom to cancer, I think, when he was like 19. And he has this quirky, dark, interesting vibe to him.
Okay.
And I really liked it. It seemed like J-Lo was like a little bit like, oh, I don't really like this, but I'm gonna say yes.
Well, I'm gonna be real right now. Let's be honest. He was pulling some crazy faces.
He was.
And I totally get that, because some people, I think I do that too. You just make these crazy ass faces when you're singing if you're like really into it.
Yeah.
You gotta squeeze those notes out. But,
Exactly.
But it's a little bit distracting, so.
It was a yes.
Okay.
I like him. I think he's
I like
got
him
a lot
as a
of
person.
potential.
I don't know about his performance style.
Well, we've only heard one song.
All right, I'm just saying what I
All right.
what I
And it was
saw.
a very dark song.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Yes. All right. We find out something we've already known for years. Everybody loves Keith.
How could you not? Everybody's coming in there too with their like 6th degree of separation. Keith Urban.
Your bass player's like related to my 6th cousin, twice removed.
My vocal coach was your vocal coach like 15 years ago.
Vibe. I never had a vocal coach.
Oh, snap!
What?
Yeah.
He's natural. All right, so everybody loves Keith. So now Shelby Z. I thought this girl was so full of sass, and I loved it. She was a hairdresser, but I would have thought she would have wanted to be called a hairstylist. She goes to work every day with her and gets to talk with her grandmas because all of her
That's
customers
fun.
are like her grandma.
That's fun.
She's just quirky and sassy.
How many times have you said quirky in this
I
video?
know. A lot. There was a lot of quirksters.
Well, it was a yes.
She had some power behind her voice. Oh, wow. Let there be light.
See the light.
All right. So then I was like, oh, man, there's like 5 minutes left in the show. Who's going to get the money spot? Who do you think? None other than the only person, well, not the only person, one of a successful singer that would never, ever make it through to Hollywood on the
I wouldn't
actual
call him
show.
a singer.
Talker.
Freaking Kanye West. I just saw on Twitter before we filmed this that Ryan Seacrest was all like, oh, Kim and Kanye were like down the road when we were filming in San Francisco, and they said they wanted to stop by. So then we were like, Kanye, come like do something on camera, and he was like, yeah. And then
He was like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da, yeah."
and then the judges didn't know what was gonna happen. Blah 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 blah. So he was singing he was rapping, Gold Digger.
Jennifer Lopez.
Could we get any more bleeps in there? I thought this was a family show.
Yeah, and then Kim in her moo in the.
Kanye, did you make it? Did you make it? Okay, we're done. Guys, let us know who you like so far in the comments. And until tomorrow night, much love.
Edit.